In the vast expanse of the American West, where lawlessness reigned and the line between right and wrong blurred, one man emerged as a legend: John Henry Holliday. Better known as Doc Holliday, his life filled with both triumphs and tragedies continues to captivate our imagination to this day. Join us as we delve into the extraordinary journey of Doc Holliday, from his humble beginnings in the South to becoming a notorious figure in the Wild West. The story begins with Holliday's father, Henry B. Holliday, a man with an impressive military background, he'd served in various wars including the Cherokee Indian War and the Mexican-American War. It was during the latter conflict that Henry Holliday encountered a young orphan Mexican boy named Francisco Hidalgo. Taking him under his wing, Henry brought Francisco into the family. In 1849, Henry married Alice Jane McKay, and together they had a daughter named Martha Eleonora. Unfortunately, tragedy struck when Martha passed away in her childhood. However, the family's story didn't end there. On a fateful day in 1851, John Henry Doc Holliday was born into this world. His baptism took place at Griffin's First Presbyterian Church in 1852, marking the beginning of a remarkable life. The Holliday family eventually settled in Valdosta, Georgia, after inheriting a piece of land there in 1857. Young John Henry attended the Valdosta Institute for his elementary education. It was here that he received a well-rounded education, studying a range of subjects including Greek, Latin, and French. His father's prominent role in the community and his own active involvement in various positions instilled a sense of responsibility and ambition in Doc Holliday. Tragedy struck again once when John was just 15 years old. His beloved mother, Alice, succumbed to tuberculosis. This loss hit him hard as he had shared a special bond with his mother. To compound matters, his father remarried just 3 months after Alice's passing, which further strained their relationship. After completing his education, he began working as a dentist in Atlanta, Georgia, at Dr. Arthur C. Ford's office. However, it wouldn't be long before Holliday's life took a dramatic turn. On January 2, 1875, the first recorded gunfight involving Doc Holliday occurred. An argument with a local tavern owner, Austin A., escalated into a violent encounter. Despite multiple shots being fired, no one was injured and both men were arrested. This incident made headlines in the Dallas Weekly Herald. However, a few days later, another disagreement turned deadly when Doc fatally shot a prominent citizen with 2 well-aimed bullets. Fearing for his safety and facing the prospect of legal consequences, Holliday fled Dallas. He sought refuge in Jacksboro, Texas, a chaotic and lawless cowboy town near an army post. However, his luck took a dark turn when another dispute led to violence, resulting in the fatal shooting of a soldier from Fort Richardson. This incident triggered a relentless pursuit of Holliday by the U.S. government, Texas Rangers, local authorities, and even ordinary citizens who sought to collect the bounty on his head. Meanwhile, Holliday received a devastating diagnosis: he had contracted tuberculosis. Aware that a drier and warmer climate could potentially slow the progression of his illness, Doc Holliday made his way to Dallas, Texas, the last major city before the western frontier. Upon arriving in Dallas, he joined forces with Dr. John A. Seeger, a friend of his father's. Together, they won awards for their dental work at various fairs and exhibitions. However, as his health deteriorated, Holliday's focus shifted from dentistry to gambling, which quickly became his main source of income. In May 1874, Holliday and 12 others were indicted in Dallas for illegal gambling. Despite his declining health, Holliday relocated to Fort Griffin, Texas, where he found work as a card dealer at John Shancy's Tavern. It was here that he crossed paths with Mary Catherine Big Nose Kate Horani, a tough and independent woman who occasionally worked as a prostitute. Despite the unconventional nature of their relationship, Kate was the only woman known to have held Holliday's heart. In 1878, an incident unfolded in Dodge City that would forever intertwine the lives of Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp. 2 cowboys, Toby Driscoll and Ed Morrison, who had previously been banished from Wichita by Earp, rode into Dodge City with a group of others, causing chaos and havoc. As the situation escalated, Wyatt Earp found himself outnumbered and facing a group of armed cowboys. Yet it was Doc Holliday who came to his rescue, pointing his gun at Morrison's head and forcing the men to disarm. The friendship between Holliday and Earp grew stronger over time, and they faced numerous challenges together. One of the most famous events in their shared history was the gunfight at the OK Corral in Tombstone. On October 26, 1881, a confrontation erupted between the Earp brothers, Doc Holliday and a group of outlaws. In the intense exchange of gunfire, 3 outlaws lost their lives and Virgil and Morgan Earp were injured. The Earps and Holliday faced trial but were ultimately found innocent of murder. Following the tragic death of his brother Morgan, Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday sought revenge on those responsible. Their pursuit led them on a journey through different towns, eliminating outlaws along the way. Eventually, they left Tombstone, vowing to seek justice against their remaining adversaries, John Ringo, Ike Clanton, Pete Spence, and Hank Swilling. On July 14, 1882, Doc Holliday faced his longtime nemesis John Ringo in a duel. The circumstances surrounding Ringo's death remained shrouded in mystery, but Holliday emerged victorious. However, conflicting accounts and reported sightings of Holliday in different locations during that period make it difficult to ascertain the exact details. Holliday's health continued to decline, and he sought relief in the healing waters of Yampa, hot springs, and sulfur vapors. In May 1887, he arrived at the Glenwood Hotel in Glenwood Springs, Colorado, hoping for a miraculous recovery. Sadly, his condition worsened, and he spent his final days bedridden. On November 8, 1887, Holliday awoke with a sudden burst of clarity and asked for a glass of whiskey. After savoring the drink, he remarked, "That's funny," before peacefully passing away. Doc Holliday found his final resting place at the Glenwood Springs Cemetery, overlooking the picturesque valley below. Though often remembered for his gunfighting skills and involvement in notorious events, Holliday's true legacy lies in his resilience, loyalty, and courage in the face of adversity. Despite his reputation as a gunfighter, Doc Holliday was not invincible. Throughout his life, he narrowly escaped death on multiple occasions, surviving 4 other attempts to hang him and enduring 5 gunshot wounds. While it's difficult to ascertain the exact number of men he killed, Holliday is known to have been involved in several violent altercations. Doc Holliday's legacy extends far beyond his reputation as a legendary figure of the Wild West. His story serves as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there's always hope. Despite battling a debilitating illness, Holliday lived with passion and pursued his goals with unwavering determination. His loyalty to his friends, as demonstrated in his friendship with Wyatt Earp, is a testament to his character. Over the years, Doc Holliday's life has inspired countless stories, movies, and books, capturing the imagination of people worldwide. His story reminds us that even in the face of adversity, one can choose to live with purpose and make a lasting impact on the world. Doc Holliday's life was one of both triumphs and tragedies. From his upbringing in the South to his reputation as a gambler, gentleman, and gunslinger in the American West, Holliday's journey was filled with ups and downs that continue to captivate our fascination. Despite the challenges he faced, he remained resilient, displaying unwavering loyalty and courage. Doc Holliday's legacy is that of a complex and compelling character who reminds us of the power of determination and the human spirit in the face of adversity. His story serves as a timeless reminder that even in the darkest of times, there's always hope and the potential for greatness. As we come to the end of this episode, we hope you've enjoyed delving into the extraordinary life of Doc Holliday. From his early years in the South to his adventures in the American West, Holliday's story has left an indelible mark on history. His resilience, loyalty, and courage in the face of adversity continue to inspire and captivate us. If you found this video intriguing, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our upcoming fascinating stories from the past. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, keep exploring the remarkable tales that have shaped our world.